Hello everyone, Dan here from the Next Issue Podcast. On this video, I'll be doing just a quick explainer of what happened at the end of the Marvels, and also let's talk about that mid-credit scene. So, if you haven't watched the film, there's going to be spoilers ahead. You have been warned. So, after the Marvels defeat Darwin and Monica Rambeau is sent somewhere else and stuck behind the other dimension, we get to see Carol and the gang, Kamala's family, and Kamala helping her move down to Monica's home in Louisiana. Weird that the Khan family is the one helping, but I guess she doesn't have a lot of friends. I guess Carol doesn't have a lot of friends on Earth. I would think like I don't know, Saber or somebody would have like a moving service. Like she knows Nick Fury. There's no way that Nick Fury can't help her move. But anyways, once that's done, we get a nice little moment where Carol and Kamala connect a little bit. And of course, we don't know what's exactly going to happen with them, but we know that the future, at least they're friends now, if not even maybe twinsies. But from there, we hop on to the last scene of the movie. So this is before the credits, where we get to see uh, a very cool in the dark. Kamala sitting in a room in the dark, and we get a little shot of Lucky the pizza dog, and then we also see Kate Bishop entering her apartment as Kamala sits there, and of course Kamala is there to recruit Haley Steinfeld's character of Kate Bishop. Now, this is really fun because it's very reminiscent, and it's definitely paying homage to the scene where Nick Fury at the end of Iron Man goes to recruit Iron Man. The same. They almost use the exact same dialogue of like, "You are now part of this larger world. Did you think you were the only superhero around?" Of course, some of that stuff is changed. Like Kamala says, "Did you think you were the only kid superhero around?" And Kate Bishop goes like, "I'm 23." So we are definitely setting up the grounds for a Young Avengers team. We get a quick reference to Ammon's daughter as well. So, because Kamala is such a big fan of the Avengers, she is definitely the one to have knowledge of like some of these other superpowered teens and younger individuals. She also has the tablet that Monica had from Saber with all the information that was left back at her house, so she was able to get a hold of it. So yeah, I think we are definitely setting up a Young Avengers team, which I think it would make perfect sense to have it being led by Kamala Khan as kind of like the glue, the Nick Fury that recruits everyone and puts the team together. To me, I would think they would have to step up big time when the Avengers, whatever the new group of Avengers is, has to go maybe defeat or to a different place off planet, different dimension, maybe even. So somebody has to stay back and kind of keep, check, make sure everything's all right with on Earth. So I think that's where they would step up. So we definitely have a few candidates for Young Avengers, including Spider-Man. Even though nobody remembers who Peter Parker is, people still know that Spider-Man's still there. We also have Isaiah Bradley, who was in the Winter Soldier or the Cap and Winter Soldier TV show, who does eventually become the I think it's Patriot. Yeah, but he's also a superhero. So there are definitely a lot of little seeds already planted for this Young Avengers team. We could have Tommy from WandaVision, who we believe is going to be part of this new show, Coven of Chaos. So we'll see how that plays out. So that's the first part of this. Now after that, the credits hit. We do end up getting a post-credit scene after that. I guess it's a mid-credit scene. It doesn't. It plays right after the main credits. It doesn't play all the way out afterwards. Um, so, in this mid-credit scene, we see that Monica Rambeau wakes up in a hospital bed and looks over to see somebody who looks like her mom, played by Lashana Lynch, sleeping in a chair beside her with a blanket. I will say this was like once you kind of get through the emotion of the scene, it was kind of weird. But I'll get into that. Monica sits up and starts thinking that that is her mom, but then Monica realizes that something is not quite right. As Maria acts like she doesn't really know her. Then from there we hear a voice, and this is an unmistakable voice. It is Kelsey Grammer, who was, I guess, the older version of Beast. So yeah, it's assumed that Maria saved Monica from, um, in space, because in this universe she is revealed to be binary, which is where I was saying, like, it's weird that she's covered up and bundled up, but it, like, you could tell that's really just to hide the costume. So we get the little fake out. There's a lot of X-Men imagery there, like there's a little X symbol in the monitor behind that's monitoring Monica. You get to see the doors and the big X frame, like in the infirmary. And then of course, like I said, we see a CGI Beast. I've heard different reactions to how Beast looks. Some people think he looks cool. He definitely looks a little more like the cartoon version, where it's like, with the wild hair and stuff like that. But it's definitely still Kelsey Grammer. Now, after that, Monica just kind of goes, "Oh shit!" So she realizes that she's in another dimension. What does this mean going forward? It could mean a lot of things. This is, to me, feels like one of the things that they shot during those reshoots. Like, I feel like this part was kind of added in at the end of the movie, to kind of course, bring you a little something else, because I don't know that Marvel fully knows exactly what's going to happen next. But to me, this can only lead to what I think it's Deadpool 3. It would make the most sense where Deadpool 3 is the film that reintroduces a lot of those Fox X-Men characters, and allows to give them some closure, as we kind of say a goodbye and a send off. In this film that kind of has been described as Deadpool kills the Marvel universe, like everything that's not the MCU. So we'll see how that plays out. But that's pretty much it. That's the story. Um, so I don't know. Let me know what you thought of these end credit scenes and this last scene of the film. What are you excited for? Make sure to stay tuned in the channel. Go back and check out our review. We have a spoiler free and a full spoiler review of the Marvels. But if you have watched this video, you have already kind of been spoiled. So I assume you'll watch the spoiler version of it. So yeah, as always, stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, and remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. So, as always, thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.